Attention on set. Tamara, James, Kenneth. Is everything together? Is everyone lighting, secured? Production? We're all good? My angles? They're all good? Okay. Ha. Welcome back, everyone. How goes it? Where have I been? Why has it taken me 2.5 weeks, almost 3, I think, maybe, to post a video? Great questions that I don't really have the best responses to, other than life just motherfucking happens. Hope that y'all are doing well, that your families are doing well, and that if you are alone this holiday season, which is a real thing that people need to acknowledge and to be sensitive to, that my vlog / videos can be a little bit of conversation and not aloneness, that you can experience. That I got you, it's you and me, let's talk. But yes, so happy Vlogmas. This is going to be part of a 15-day jazzy Vlogmas. There we go. My very first one. Woo, 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 woo. And it's going to be interesting because I don't really do a lot, y'all. I don't really have a life like that. But y'all are gonna see what my everyday is vlog status. And I'm gonna try to like do things because the vlog is gonna be a thing. So like not where I'm like spending bands that make you wanna dance, bands that make you no, but I'm going to force myself to kind of be out in the town a little bit more, kind of find what's going on in the city that I'm in and not staying in this beautiful bed that I love to just stay in. I'm like staring at the glare on my glasses, deciding how I feel. Like put it down lower on my nose. Talk to you like this. Who knows? But I bet you thought that you were going to get a Thailand vlog. I did too. I also thought that you were going to get a Thailand vlog, but you see the funny thing that happens, that now I get to be a teaching lesson to everybody else. I formatted my SD card. And for those of you who don't know what that means, to format your SD card, it means that you essentially erase all the content on your card and then you no longer have access to those videos anymore. It was at the very end of the trip when we were at the spa, which was my highlight of the trip, but where I was just like playing around with my camera, trying to see if I had space or whatever, and then I ultimately did have space. And then ultimately made the most amount of space by deleting everything. This is going to be a Thailand trip experience and tips video because even though I do not have the content, I learned a lot of things. Yeah, these glasses are gonna be freaking but I learned a lot of things while I was in Thailand. I had a wonderful experience, and so I'm not going to be too disappointed that I cannot like do that via a complete vlog to y'all, but I'm going to insert some clips and footage as well as giving you some just like tips of what to do in preparation for go to Thailand, or even just like longer flights that are taking you like across the world, and then just when you get there, what are the different kind of things to expect? What are different words that you can pick up so that when you're on the streets and talking to folks, they don't completely look at you like this? Because that will happen. It'll happen regardless, but to help you better get in tune with the people, if you're new and you like the vibes, hit that subscribe button. If you've been here and just been waiting on me to post a video, I'm back. Potentially better than ever, potentially. And yeah, let's get into it. The first part of this video is going to be the traveling portion. My experiences, tips that I would suggest to you all. I'm going to do a like what's in my carry-on / what's in my travel bag, video very soon, so it is gonna just replicate exactly what I had in my bag to help me prepare for a 14 to 15 hour flight. So keep that in mind, that is coming, but I'm gonna get some like experiences and tips for how the frick I was feeling, what to expect, and all that good stuff. So, how I got there. So Monday morning, sorry, my flight was on Monday, sorry. But on Monday morning, my flight was at 6 o'clock. I went to New Jersey because we were flying out of New Jersey to get to Bangkok to get to Thailand. Or not Bangkok to get to Thailand, to Beijing to get to Thailand. And I got there at around 7:30 in the morning. Our flight was not until 1:30 p.m. And so I'm getting food, already breaking the rules of 1, you shouldn't eat dairy before a long flight. Think of it this way. All of that kind of buildup that happens naturally via dairy in your mouth kind of gets elevated when you're at a higher pressure, which is what you are when you're on a plane, and it can make you very reclimped. You don't want to be reclimped for 15 hours in a crouched up place, and if you're flying business or first class, you still don't want to be reclimped, but I guess if you're flying first class or business, being reclimped is not that bad. So I guess first tip is watch what you eat. Do not do as I do as I say. The cool part about flying domestically to the airport that I was going to be flying internationally out from was that I got to skip all the customs business. Now, yes, I'm from here, but you still have to go through an international process, which I'm going to be talking about because that mo is wild. Especially it was my first time. If you watched my first video, which you should, I flew into the airport that I was going to be flying out of. I got to do an inter-airline service, which is I took a shuttle to the international portion of the airport and just had to show them my passport. And they just cleared it, gave me my ticket. My friend had to do so much more. She had to like go through the entire process of scanning your passport, scanning your fingers, getting your picture taken of yourself and all this stuff. Weighing her bag because the airline that we flew on, which I'll mention a little later, had a kilo requirement, which I knew mine exceeded. Like I knew mine exceeded, but I didn't want to check it because I got an away travel bag, which a review is coming up because that mo went forever. But that video's coming up. I'm a little away. But I just think that being able to skip that entire process is pretty cool and at least something that I should offer up as a tip if you want to ignore the whole weighing bag situation, further security situation like TSA. Like, it's something to think about. You do have to end up buying a ticket to get back home when you get back, but like, I just thought to offer it. Now for we're waiting to board. I think I was very, very anxious because it became so real once I had the ticket in my hand with my passport. One, I was like, whoa, man, that passport is scanned. This passport's real. I am official. I'm going out the country. Nobody can stop me. Suitcase in my hand. Like, it was all just hitting me at once. And I've watched so many YouTube videos, read so many articles. I think Nell would tell you like, wow, Jasmine, you packed all this stuff and did all these things. And it's like I did. This is my first time out of the country and I'm someone who wants to know exactly what I'm doing. And so YouTube and different articles were my resources. My friend Coco was like, you're doing too much. And I was like, yeah, I am doing too much, but I love doing too much. But I had an overwhelming sense of anxiety, but just like anticipation in a good way. And so if you are going to be flying out of the country anytime soon for the first time, and even if like you have traveled a few times, I think that the kind of process of going abroad is something that is exciting and anxious. And so to each their own, it was a wild kind of mental thing to deal with. We're showing our passports again. My big tip is to always have, when you're traveling, your passport on you, because you never know when an additional screening or additional kind of, hey, where's your passport, is going to happen. So how it works is when you get to the line, which the lines are long, the lines to get on the plane, this is not like your domestic flight. These lines are 100 plus people long, and if I had the footage, or if I do have the footage, I'll insert it here. I probably don't, but long lines. And so you're gonna be waiting for a second to board your flight, but as we're standing there, we're getting closer, we're getting closer, and we're getting closer. They ask for your passport before they scan your ticket, and you're like, but I've done that entire process to clear me for the flight. Doesn't matter. They want that passport one more time, because they're double checking to make sure that everyone who's on this plane is supposed to be on this plane, and that when you're in a whole other place internationally, you're not just kind of stuck there like, okay, I'm an American, like, no, that's not gonna hit it. That's not gonna hit it. So yeah, just have your passport out always, or readily available always, for the traveling process until you get to your destination. And by destination, I do mean like your hotel or Airbnb or wherever it is that you're staying. Now we're in the flight. It's spending a long time just like getting there, but the getting there part was like the part. The flight was 15 hours, and I know I said I'm gonna have a what to bring in your carry-on, but this needs to be discussed a few times. 15 hours sitting in a cramped place in the middle seat. Let that one sink in the middle seat for 15 hours. And I ain't just skinny bitch. I'm not like, living my best life in the middle with all this headroom. No, that was not I, not even close. And so things can get cramped, and all the YouTube videos, or 95% of them, suggested compression socks. And that first flight, the first part of the trip, so getting to Thailand, I did not wear these socks, not wear compression socks, and that's my biggest oopsie of the moment. These dogs right here, look at them, see that ankle? You see that ankle? That ankle didn't exist. That ankle, because this foot didn't decide to wear this sock, that ankle did not exist, because my foot, I tell you, swole. That stuff swole up. It was not good. And I think Nell and I obviously both swell. She walked around more. I didn't. Which, are we on number 4, number 3? I don't know. As I'm editing this, I'll put numbers up. But walk around. Do not just sit down for the duration of the flight. My flight was 15 hours. Even if your flight's 8 hours, do not just not walk around. The reason is, when you're sitting down and you're up that high, the blood circulation that you think is just like doing well for you is not. Oh, honey, it's not. Your blood's like, and compression socks help with blood clots and swelling. Sorry, bot money. Bot, 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 bot. Everybody, bot, 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 bot. I'm bot rich now. So yeah, I still have bot because I forgot to convert this back, and so I will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 700 bot with me to keep forever. No, until I go to Thailand next, which I will be doing because Thailand is a banger. But yeah, so the currency exchange, let's talk about it. It's pretty awesome. The entire time I was there, I was like, I'm bot rich. Because I was, essentially. Yeah, okay. But I was bot affordable. But the USD to bot conversion in the airport is slightly less, but on average is 30 baht to a US dollar, which is wild, right? Because I took out $100, like $100, and it is suggested that you do $100 bills, like $100 bills, because you get a better conversion rate for them. And a big Thai rule in terms of currency is that they do not like dirty money. And so that's especially another reason why I took out money from the bank, is because I got some crisp, clean $100 bills, and it was so simple to convert that stuff because they weren't tripping. But yeah, if you get little marks, like a little marker mark, they're not gonna take it. They didn't take one of Nell's $28 bills because of that. And so I would make sure that your money is clean and crisp and the highest bill possible, because you'll get a better conversion for it. But $100 was about 2,900 baht. I'm gonna let that sink in real quick. $100, 2,900 baht. Where else are you gonna do that? A few other places, like if you were to go to Mexico, I believe, when some people who we were traveling with said that the conversion rate is a little bit similar. So, but for me, the first time, I'm like, whoa, I got money for days. I only converted, however, only $100 at the time, just because the airport conversion was a little lower than 30. It was like 28. And I knew that when we leave the airport, it'll be higher, and I really wasn't pressed. I had $2,900. 2,900 baht, right? So I was gonna be fine. But we get there, or we are waiting, we're waiting for this car service person to finally get here. And as we're waiting, we notice the first of 3,000 7-Elevens. And I'm gonna get into my 7-Eleven spiel in a second, but just know we go there, grab some chips or grab some water, because we don't know when we're gonna see water again. Just because, like, you know, is there 7-Eleven by us? Is there gonna be stuff? We'll find out later on. But yeah, we were just able to grab that stuff. Eventually found our car service too, which was an interesting feat. Get in the car. It's about 30 minutes to get to the Airbnb. Our Airbnb person, Juan Pen, I believe was his name, told us that the shuttle service would cost approximately, or not approximately, gave us a very strict number, like, this is how much you're gonna pay if I book this with this guy, 700 baht, sort of like 50 baht each. Cool. That ends up being like $23, which is, like, you know, wild, right? But that's kind of how that worked. It was 700 baht was $23 total, and so dividing that became very persuasive. So we get to the Airbnb, and he goes, it's gonna be 800 baht. And I'm like, okay. We know a swindle when a swindle's a swindle's a swindle. No, guy said 700, we're gonna give you 700, not 800, period. And y'all gotta look out for that, because especially Americans, and if they think that you're not from there, which, hello, black, so clearly not from Thailand, they are going to try to up charges. And that was our first experience of an attempt at an upcharge at midnight / almost 1 o'clock in the morning. And it was just kind of like odd, because we were in a very, what seemed at the moment in time, in a very kind of like close-knit community that was more like village based. But like, we woke up in the morning, found out we were very much so in the middle class, in the nice middle class, but like, well, not like safe, like safe. But yeah, they'll try to upcharge you, don't upcharge you. Airbnb, it was awesome. With 1 bedroom king, it was $18 a night. We were there for 4 nights, so it ended up costing like $40 per person, which is the 2 of us, which was, once again, how much money am I at so far that I spent in Thailand? It was, so $100 plus 40. I'm at 140, and I have a third of my spending money plus all my nights of stay paid for, and then transportation, let's say 160. So now I'm spending $160. I'm not spent, but $160 have been made in my budget. The Airbnb is real cute. I sadly don't think that footage saved Interesting thing about the bathroom is that the shower, like, it's not separated from the toilet. So like there's a small little divot that like makes the shower a shower, like a demarcation, and then like you like go up and there's a toilet. So that was interesting. No curtain, no anything, just like shower. So prepare for that. I think that's a very standard thing. Especially in Airbnbs where they model it based off of how the Thai live, and not like if you're like at a hotel where they kind of fashion it more for the tourist. We wanted to have the least of a tourist experience, but more like a visitor experience, or visitor, not tourist, hashtag it. Respect people's culture, learn about people's culture, kind of go in wanting to meet people. Don't just like go for the pictures. And the people are beautiful, people are awesome, the people are so sweet. That when we had gone to get food, which we realized after many attempts at trying to find it, that we were by a 7-Eleven. Our Airbnb was also on top of a mini mart and a boba tea cafe, and also a washer or a laundromat. So that was pretty all convenient, and we ended up washing our clothes at some point. But we went to a 7-Eleven. Now, 7-Elevens everywhere. Like, you get a 7-Eleven, you get a 7-Eleven, you there get a 7-Eleven. I'm starting the vlog on the phone. Night shenanigans. Nell and I aren't going to sleep because we wanted to stay in the same sleep pattern and be active and alive. Ooh.
Double shots of vitamin C.
Double shots. We're in 7-Eleven. We walked here from our Airbnb. There's stray dogs outside. I don't play those kind of games. But we're here. Honestly, these 7-Elevens are kind of fire.
You said what?
These 7-Elevens are kind of like fire. Like, I'm like, this is so much stuff.
Look at this nori seaweed flavor. I'm like, oh, that one.
I want those ones that you got.
They're right here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Kind of fire, y'all. If you're wondering about which chips to get while in Thailand, yeah, I want to get a cup of noodles. I'm hungry. I don't know what she's saying, but I'm singing the song out loud to her. Okay, in Thailand. Oh yeah, true. We all get 7-Elevens. So just prepare yourself for the amount of 7-Elevens that I think in Asia in general are a thing, but in Thailand, my God. And those 7-Elevens, I don't care what, I put my top dollar, my all 700 baht. I got a $2 bill too, but all my 720 baht. If their 7-Elevens put US 7-Elevens to shame, to good God shame. And that's on that, because they had grilled cheese options, and not just like, oh, here's some like cheddar on some bread. It was like, here's the kind of bread, and we're gonna innovate with this cheese. We're gonna do cream cheese and all of these different things. And I'm like, yo, what? As an example, they had chips up the wazoo. One for us that slapped hard was their sour cream and onion. I don't know what about their sour cream and onion hit as hard as it did, but it hit hard. But they had all kinds of flavors. Like, they had like honey, they had an egg flavor, like literally like eggs. They had wasabi, they had seaweed, like Lay's options, right? I'm like, Lay's, what a good stuff over here. And the noodles. I'm gonna just insert a picture of Nell and I eating these noodles. But these noodles hit way harder than they needed to. Something that is just a good TLDR is we didn't really go out to eat really at all. So a lot of our food was from 7-Eleven. We were there for 3 days. F it. Meals were good. We're having a good time. So, yeah, the meals hit too hard. And the drinks, like, they just had options. 7-Eleven had options. My black people, I mean, my people too, I guess, but like my black people and my people with the melanin going, they do have a lot of brightening agents in their products. So a suggestion that I would put out is if you could bring your own soap and bring your own lotion, that would be preferable. Now they do have some brands like Cetaphil there that you know generally do not have those things, but it's just like you have to be very careful and close in your reading of what a bleaching agent / whitening cream is, and making sure that you're not buying those things. So like your soap, your lotion, and like your toothpaste. Toothpaste, we all have like kind of whitening stuff in there. It's like we're gonna get our teeth nice and white, but bring that, because I had to look for soap because I left my soap at a hotel that I was staying at for my job, and I was sad about that. First, we didn't go to bed. We were like, we've been sleeping for almost 24 hours. It took us 24 hours to get to Thailand. 2 flights, layovers. It was a lot. And they're also, in terms of that y'all can kind of get a sense of it, Thailand is 12 hours ahead of the East Coast and 15 hours ahead of the West Coast. And so then in relation to where you live, if you know, like if you're an hour ahead of California or if you're 2 hours behind the East Coast, that's how much further ahead Thailand is for you. So like our body's just kind of like, whatever, like we're just gonna like live our best life. Our goal is that we're not gonna sleep. We're just gonna sleep when we get back on the plane. TLDR, that not happen. And a lot of the reason why we didn't go out to eat was because, or go to bars, we didn't go to bars. I think we went to one bar on Khaosan Road just because we were on Khaosan Road, but like not really to go to a bar like that, was because we were tired. Sleep, y'all. But like sleep appropriately at the time like we're sleeping. Don't go to bed at like 3 o'clock in the morning because you're hopped up. So we didn't go to bed. The first thing we did though, day-wise, was the elephants. Popping, man. Them elephants were popping. The sanctuary was in Pattaya, not Pattaya, not Pattaya, not Pattaya. No, it's Pattaya. And it's about 2 hours from Bangkok, and near and closer to like the beach and or like the coast where like the water is. And it's an awesome experience. The sanctuary, they were very open and honest about how they treated the elephants very humanely, which was awesome because I've been told that not all of the sanctuaries are actual sanctuaries. And so it was good to know and do a little more research to make sure that we were going to a place that they treated the elephants correctly. We were able to feed the elephants. We were able to put mud on them and swim with them, but your girl did not do that. That was where I stopped. I almost like passed out when I learned that the mud was made out of shit, like poop. Like I was deep with my hands in shit, and I was just rubbing it on the elephant like, oh my God, Marty, let me put some patterns on you. And then someone was like, Jasmine, you put your hands in pup. This is like a traditional buffet after. And I tried my first beer, not my first beer, my first Thai beer, Chang beer. It was really good, really light. It reminded me like of a Corona. I'm not even gonna lie. But all beer that's light reminds me of a Corona. Day 2, we're going to Pattaya again. And this time we meet the best Airbnb host ever, Bunny. Literally, this woman is the funniest person I've ever met. She was so sweet, so kind, helped us kind of navigate through all of kind of Pattaya culture, took us to not only the beach, which was what we signed up for, to get lost in Pattaya, and I'll insert footage of pictures. But yeah, parasailed, jet skied, we had a good lunch. The last day was the spa, and also known as the day that the formatting SD card happened, which if you could imagine how one would feel, all the footage that they received. It was sad, but it happened, and it was beautiful, the place, and as you'll see, it was very beautiful. It was very serene, and it was 10,300 baht, which like I said, I was like, oh my God, but you spent $10,000? No, 10,300 baht ended up being $350, And then $350 divided by 2 was like 175, and so 175 for 4.5 hour private 4.5 hour service, which was a private room, which had a jacuzzi, a steam room, and shower. So we had our first hour was just like jacuzzi in the steam room, like, and then we did a cold shower that was in the steam room. Like, that was for the first hour. The next 2 hours was a very intensive, like, or the next hour after that, my bad, was a body polish, which already had me knocked. And then they leave us for like 15 minutes to like take a shower and get our lives. And then the 2.5 hour massage takes place when they're doing all the great stuff. Then we got a facial for like 30 minutes. And then when I say the Mo's got on the table, like, I'm not talking. So, but them Mo's got on the table and we're like, okay, they weren't doing all that, but they were on the table like going, and I was like, talk to me nice, talk to me nice. A lip bop situation. And then I think that I put the camera on me and I was like, y'all, no. I don't even think this is fair to show them on the vlog. Cause like, I don't even think I can replicate the feeling. No. I'm Thai drunk right now. I'm massage drunk. It's litty. Before I cut out the video, I thought that it would be kind of cool to say some phrases. I'm like tired from that, sorry y'all. But I'm gonna say some phrases that we learned and I think would be really important to implement into your vocabulary while you were there, and like something that I'll never forget. So, to say thank you is sawadika. So, sawadika is thank you. To say you're welcome is maipenraika. Maipenraika is you're welcome. And the ka part at the end of every word or phrase is a sign of respect because it's like ma'am and sir. So you said the ka at the same time. I'm gonna do a side profile of this bow. So you wanna put on your chin, and then if you're talking, I forgot what the other one was, but it's when you put it on your like nose. But like these are additional signs of respect that you show when you're saying thank you and you're welcome and all that. And other words, yes and no. Yes was chai. So chai, double is like an affirmative yes. My is no. And then my chai is not that. So if someone asks you, hey, do I go to that direction? They're like, not my chai. And then they'll say where you should go. It's like, not that one, not there. Pie is go. So like pie, you would hear them like pie in the Airbnb, or not the Airbnb, like the shuttles to get us places and they're doing directions. Like pie is like go, like go across them. Like, you know, road rage is a universal thing. Gao home Mali. Yeah, so gao home Mali is jasmine rice. I was trying to ask what my name was. Like, Jasmine, I'm in the place of jasmine rice. Like, I'm trying to be out here. What's my name? But she was like, so jasmine rice? I was like, okay, you're right. It was gao home Mali. But jasmine, like the flower, which I'm just gonna take that as how you say my name in Thai, is dog Mali. Dog Mali. And then two important things that I think is a great way to end out the video is an affirmative statement of beauty and beautiful. And our Airbnb host for that trip would continually say it when taking pictures of us, and it was really sweet and nice, was sway is beautiful, and then sway ma is very beautiful. If you add the ma at the end, it means very. So sway ma and sway. And then aroy was no, tasty. Aroy is tasty. Like aroy is like very good. So aroy ma, I mean, would be very good, and then aroy would just be like good in terms of like food. So yeah, y'all, that is the end of my tips and experience video. I hope that you all took something away from it, enjoyed it, learned something, vibed with my experiences. And if you've gotten this far, which, wow, it's a long video, I'm not gonna do part 1, part 2. I'm just gonna put it out there as the first part of Vlogmas. Or, I don't know, maybe 16 days of Vlogmas. Because then it forces me to have to vlog tomorrow. What do y'all think? By the time that I decide, it'll be what it is. But hit that subscribe button, show me some support. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers. Hopefully by the end of the year, but I took 2 weeks off, so I kind of killed that momentum, but I'm trying to bring it back up. Would like to get to 1,000 subscribers by March, the end of March. So I've got a lot of work to do, which tells me I got a lot of content to put out, a lot of kind of bonds to build with my subscribers, and just with y'all as people. So, sawadika, thank you. And I look forward to seeing you all the next time. Bye.